Golden kick. Can they get to it? And referee waves away.
Da Costa also should have done better.
Yes.
After Bless made that move, he should have just moved into space. I mean, into the right space to receive that ball, because
that in the 18-yard box. I've always said that in the 18-yard box, you are the best player. You hold the advantage. A little touch is a penalty, and so you should be very comfortable, place the ball very well. And I think you should have done better. But good display, Bless Ege and Da Costa Wusu. That is a threat, and this is the second time Golden Kick are posing that threat to Attram De Vesser, and that is why they need to be very careful. I've seen that their defensive midfielder Richmond Akpokum is very comfortable when surging forward, but in terms of when they are defending, you hardly see him doing that runs for Attram, and that could Golden Kick side.
Attram De Vesser's laterals are a bit slow.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's a free kick inside the area of Attram De Vesser, and all the way to goalkeeper Dawood Ishak. Ishak flies a long ball up front. Grip man guesses. It's Jalil Yakubu sensing the cross. Could this be the opportunity for Attram De Vesser? And Golden Kick are able to defend their lines so well as they would want to strip into attack straight away. Turns around beautifully. Now sensing a beautiful ball. Here comes Ege. Can he get to it? He would want to shoot Ege. Hesitate a bit. He's at the 18-yard. And Ege would want to get back. Now locate Paul Yeboah. And Yeboah is being beaten to it. Here comes Attram De Vesser, trying to go past one man. Yes, he does. Can he move down the right-hand side? And here is Gus and crashes into the defense of Golden Kick. Here is Bless Ege. Ege finds Abdullah Zakari. Now Zakari to David Amuzu. Ball down the right-hand side. Midway into the half of Golden Kick. In their move colors. Scoops one forward. Now finds a colleague. Great tenacity. Turns around beautifully. Locate his man. Here is Prince Amekofia. Amekofia hesitates a bit. Now we want to send the ball back. Golden Kick now trying to give themselves a bit of grip on it. Paul Yeboah trying to go through the middle, but ball couldn't go through. And here comes David Amuzu. And it's a beautiful ball out front. The goalkeeper comes out to blast the ball out. As ball rolls to Dawood Ishak, goalkeeper of Attram De Vesser. Gets their head to it.
Well, Attram De Vesser are wasting all the chances, if you ask me. They have attacked Golden Kick more than Golden Kick have, and they are being very, very wasteful. Indecision, like we keep saying.
Yes, and Attram are creating all the chances. One or two counter-attack from Golden Kick is really helping them. It's really working out for them. But if you miss any action in the last 5 minutes, I trying their best to move with the counter-attack. Attram also building up from the counter-attack and trying to create some decent chances. Unfortunately, they are failed to convert those begging chances.
And so it's an attacking throw-in going the way of Golden Kick. Down the right-hand side, left into the defense of Attram De Vesser. Throws it down, finds his colleague, sends in a long crosser, and there's a head to it there, but Golden Kick reclaims spot. Here comes Jail. He would want to go for the drive. He's been taken away as goalkeeper comes out to scoop it up. And what is it, ladies and gentlemen? That is the white smoke out of the chimney. An error on the part of goalkeeper Dawood Ishak. He wanted to parry the ball, only for him to realize that the ball is ended up in the net.
Paul Yeboah gets to punish Attram De Vesser. These are some of the mistakes we were talking about in their laterals and how they have defended and manned the post. I think that Golden Kick has taken advantage of those wings, and I'm not too surprised Paul Yeboah just had to pounce on those some of those opportunities. I mean, in this case, the very crucial one, and then displays of the goalkeeper in that light. For Attram De Vesser, I think they have themselves to blame. They have had all their chances, and just the second that has fallen to golden kick, they've made the most of it.
And so after 17 minutes of conclave, now golden kick have afforded themselves some bit of hope, and they've got a hope.
And per where they are now, I was expecting the shot stopper Dawood to do better with that ball, but I would call it a howler. Should have prevented that opportunity from entering the net. But clearly, Attram have created a lot of chances, and it's just 17 minutes into the game. They've conceded the first goal. This is a test case. Remember, prior to the start of the game, I said it is likely to be one goal difference, or the game would go straight to penalty shootout. And we've known Attram De Vesser, they never give up. But golden kick, as at this stage, who have taken the lead, will be very difficult. And that is why I feel that the remaining minutes of the game is going to be very tough for both sides.
And the last time the two sides met, it was Attram De Vesser who took the lead, only for golden kicks to come from behind to win it 2-1. But this time around, it's golden kick who have taken the lead here after 18 minutes. And they've kicked themselves into a golden upfront, a golden lead for that matter. And if you look at the two sides road to the final, they've played 5 matches, have scored 5, that's Attram De Vesser. Goals conceded 3, clean sheets 2, 90 minutes win, and wins on penalties 4. 5 matches played for golden kick. They scored 4, conceded 2, clean sheet 4, 90 minutes win 2, and wins on penalties 3. Now on the right hand side, Attram De Vesser. Golden kick. Here comes Ege. Throws it down to Babada. Now to the captain, Roland Gripman. At the right hand side, sensing a long one. Looking to connect from the right hand side there, around the center circle. A defensive throw in going the way of golden kick at this moment. Meanwhile, though, we are approaching the 20th minute mark inside this game. And it's golden kick 1, Attram De Vesser 0. Here at the Takwa TNA Park. And earlier yesterday, the two teams had to undertake some bit of corporate social responsibilities, going to Fiasiman Secondary School and Takwa Secondary School to undertake some kind of a CSR. And so the students are here in the numbers to cheer on their respective teams.
I think both sides, their games really does not produce a lot of goals. And last time they played in a league, Attram De Vesser lost 1-0 to FC Nanya. Golden kick won by 5. So probably they will be more complacent, thinking that because they've scored in their previous games, they are going to put up some best performance. But look, this is MTN FA Cup. It is not going to produce a lot of goals. If you concede first and you fail to come back on time, it is really going to affect you. And clearly, you can clearly see that Attram wants to do something, but golden kick are motivated with that first goal in the 15th minute.
And so Fifi Parker Hansen is the head coach for golden kick. He's one of the assistants for the Black Princesses female under-20 team, and he's here making himself proud as his side have taken the lead here at the Takwa TNA Park. 21 minutes inside this game. It's golden kick 1, Attram De Vesser 0. Paul Yeboah trying to locate Ege. Ege is unable to get to it as he goes down for a throw-in. Quickly taken. And here comes Kofi Jr. Jr. now forced to Tao Yakubu. Yakubu to Gabriel Matumase. Sensing a long one. And he's been headed out from the danger zone by a golden kicker. He has 2 men comforting him. That's so well. Here comes Ege, sprinting forward down the left-hand side. Can he get into the 18er? Placing, slips in the ball. Could it be 2? And yes! Golden kick are 2 goals better. 22 minutes gone. And ladies and gentlemen, Golden Kick casually are still in this game.
Born and raised in Mamprobi, David Amuzu is the one that got that goal for a Golden Kick. The most experienced in that Golden Kick setup for Mighty Cosmos, a coast club that even saw Samajan and Stephen Appiah play there. From Attram De Vesser, since 2016, he has been able to go on to have some trials out of the country, even in Belgium and other countries, and there he is. He's scoring against his former side. He's moved from Attram De Vesser to Golden Kick, and so it shouldn't be difficult. He's known this side, and by far, if Mo would add something to that, he is the most experienced side. This is the experience for Golden Kick, as she said. This is just his second season, and I'm surprised he celebrated because he scored against his former side.
But this is actually an opportunity for him to celebrate, because to qualify for a final is something difficult, but a difficult day for Attram De Vesser, a bad moment for them, a difficult first half, and I'm sure God in Attram will be very disappointed in the first half. But look, you can't take away anything from Golden Kick. They've shown consistency. I have told you that a side that will be putting more speed in their performance will take advantage, and they've taken advantage over the poor defense of Attram to get 2 goals. And at a point, we thought that their players who are not feeling well, or their players who are out due to illness, is going to affect them. But look, the remaining players have proven that indeed they've got something under their sleeves.
And indeed, those teams have distinguished themselves so well, especially Golden Kick. And speaking of Attram being disappointed at this point, Attram De Vesser Soccer Academy was founded by Ghanaian international footballer Gordon Attram and Dutch coach Attram De Vesser in 2010, based near Soweto in Accra, and the team is managed and coached by Attram De Vesser. Now in January 2017, 10 youth players were loaned to GPL club, then Accra Great Olympics. And speaking of Olympics, Gordon Attram once upon a time played in there as a player and also was a coach as well.
I have enjoyed that interpositional play in the midfield of Golden Kick. I think that Poyaba, who got the first goal, and Ege, and finally Amuzu, who also got the second one, have really made little of that defensive line of Golden Attram.
And so play continues here at the Takwa TNA Park, down the left-hand side. And here is Attram De Vesser. Midway inside their own area, and another error coming from Attram De Vesser. Here comes Ege. Ege gets into it. His man, and here he comes. Golden Kick moving forward. The first Owusu. Can this be the third? And Attram are able to clear their lines perfectly well this time around. Else we would have said that momentarily they appear.
Get onto the touchlines and then speak to his side. Unfortunately, we picked up news that some 6 or 5 players of his reported ill before the lineup was made just this morning, and so the good news, however, is they are well, but unfortunately they couldn't start this game. He needs to really speak to the boys. There's this hole or this pathway that Golden Kick have created in that middle play that they are just walking through any time now and then, and that is the reason they are 2 goals up already. He needs to find someone who will be able to hold the ball in the middle for Attram De Vesser and turn things around. Other than that, Golden Kick might do something they've not done throughout this competition and be able to get 3 goals.
Yes, it's something they've not done. 2020-21 had to folk Ashanti goal. In 2021-22 had to folk Bechem United. In 2022-23 it was Dreams FC making it to the final against King Faisal. In 2023-24 it was in Swatraman FC versus Bofu, and this time it looks like Golden Kick have one of their legs in the final of the MTN FA Cup, because they are leading by 2-0 as at this stage. And clearly I've not seen a side that have scored 2 goals and been overturned in the second half in the 2024-25 MTN FA Cup, and that gives them an advantage over Attram De Vesser.
And the Trasimani SHS are jubilating and celebrating themselves because Golden Kick, who adopted them yesterday to give them a bit of football in Jersey. Leading by 2 goals to now here at the Takwa TNA Park in the first semi-final of the MTN FA Cup. And don't forget, tomorrow it's going to be between Kumasi, Asante Kotoko and Brekum Chelsea. And we've got to lock down here. Sports Live. It's a defensive throw. And here comes Jau Yakubu. Throws it down to his colleague, Kofi Jr. Now to Jau Yakubu. There's a head to it. There's a scramble for the ball. Now falls to Da Costa. Turns round, just around the center circle. Now squeezes it to Paul Yagua. Golden kick on the move. Midway inside the area. Slips the ball in. Trying to go through. Here comes Da Costa. Da Costa could not find the space that he wanted. As ball is being blasted away. Golden kick once again. Nuclear possession. And here comes Abdullah Zakari. Zakari goes on the turf and referee whistles for a foul.
Great play from Golden Kick, still dominating. Despite those 2 goals, they've not relented. They know what it means to get into the final. One of the players actually told us that I do not want to get him victimized. He said that he would prefer to be in the final and possibly win the MTN FA Cup than qualify to the Premier League. And so they have placed some priority on this game, and clearly they are working towards it. Maybe this could be the third. Let's get into it.
And so it's a free kick. It's been swung in. First, everybody, the goalkeeper. Dawood Ishak now to the rescue of Attram De Vesser. He came off the left foot of Joshua Fuseni. But Ishak could not allow anything to chance her. Quickly, Attram De Vesser was sprinting to attack. It's a long ball up front. Here comes Gripman. Sends him down the middle. Falls to Amuzu. Amuzu trying to play the 1-2. Fails not to get to it. Now here comes Attram De Vesser once again. Trying to go through the middle. Now first of legs in there. It's been picked up by Golden Kick. And ball gets to the right hand side. Here comes Golden Kick bursting forward. But the flag of the linesman will go up for an offside. Out for Attram De Vesser.
Mekofi and Benny have not really helped Attram De Vesser. They are rather lackadaisical when they get to the final 10, and you will not blame them. Gripman is up there leading the line with that we back the form when they are into attack. I'm talking about Golden Kick, and they have manned their back so well that they make both of them look useless going when Attram De Vesser wants to launch any form of attack.
And so Attram De Vesser at this point would want to build from the defense now. Beautiful control, scoops the ball forward, but it's unable to, quite a fragile one, and so it's not able to get to the target as he rolls down the touch for a throw-in in favor of Golden Kick down the right-hand side. Da Costa calls for the ball, now he has it, gets to his colleague. Golden Kick. Now back to Da Costa. He has 2 men beating down his neck. Controls it beautifully. Now sends it to his captain. Back to Calvin Kofi Saba. Now Saba to Baba Adamu. Adamu back to Calvin Kofi. Kofi rolls it to his captain, Gripman. And it's a long ball up front, but unable to get his target as he rolls out of touch for a throw-in for Attram De Vesser. A beautiful turn. Now around the center circle, screws the ball forward, trying to locate Alassane Benny. And Benny looks at referee by Calvin inside. And it's a beautiful ball played down the left hand side. Here comes Ege. Gets to it. He has 1 man to beat. Can he do it? Sends it through the middle. And against the woodwork. And I'm sure Attram De Vesser must be wondering how they were able to survive this one. He looked like the third was coming, but goalkeeper, somewhere, somehow, he's been able to grab the ball more.
Yes, the third goal was coming, and if you have the opportunity to score 5, you need to take all the chances, because in the second half, the table could turn. And I think Golden Kick have given a lot of headache to Attram De Vesser defense, and they are yet to respond, and that is what makes it more difficult. Maybe in the second half, Gordon Attram is going to map a defense strategy. By in the first half, it's been golden kick, creative.
And so we, after 33 minutes into this game, it's golden kick 2, Attram De Vesser 0. And it's a ball down the left-hand side. Now Attram De Vesser are looking to pass the ball among themselves at this point. Now right in front of us here in commentary position, Matumase sensing a long ball, but Griezmann lifts it for his goalkeeper.
But he's not really getting the help that he will need to be able to drive Attram De Vesser. And I'm rather
The FA Cup, Richmond Apokum started from the bench. Maybe he's now picking up gradually, but then of course he's not performing. But the back four of Attram De Vesser is really not working.
Yeah.
But it starts from the midfield. If the midfield is struggling to contain golden kick, then there's no way the defense could do all the magic.
And here comes golden kick once again. Now Bless Ege down the left-hand side. Going on this path again, Ege. He has 2 men breathing down on his neck. Now brings it back to Paul Yeboah. Yeboah finds Abdul Zakaria. And here comes inside the 18. Could this be fed? Sends it up against the woodwork. And again, Attram De Vesser would have to survive this one. And there they come. Through the middle, unable to control it. Griezmann reclaim possession for golden kick. But his colleague is unable to get to it, and he rolls down to the defensive corridor of Attram De Vesser. Now there they come again, trying to go through the middle. Here comes Mission Apokum. Apokum finds Taiwo Yakubu down the right hand side, trying to go through that pair. And Kofi Jr. goes on the turf. And so referee says it's an infringement going the way of Attram De Vesser. It's an attacking free kick, quickly taken. Here comes Mission Apokum. Apoku sends a long one, switches play to the left-hand side. Now here comes his colleague. Sylvester Ite sends in a long one, and goalkeeper Calvin Kofi Saba comes out to grab the ball for golden kick. Throws it down. Here is boy Adomba Kofi Ajay. Back to his goalkeeper. And it's a long ball up front. Now here is Yeboah. La Costa goes the ball down the right hand side. Here comes golden kick once again. It's a big opportunity for him, and goalkeeper just so well to salvage the situation for Attram De Vesser. Golden kick have dominated and dominated and dominated, and they have something to cheer about.
Like we have all established, that defense of Gordon Attram leaves much to be desired. They've not really been up to the task, and they should be asking them about anyhow they want, right from the middle of the park to the attacking third, forcing some dangerous saves out of their goalkeeper Ishak over there. So that backhand has not been good covering for the goalkeeper. Unlike the other side, where I think that that defensive line led by Griezmann, Roland, has been, they've survived every other scare. Even if I don't even know if there's been any scare for Attram De Vesser at all. But
a golden kick in their own defensive third. Plays the ball forward and gets ahead to it. And here comes the new entrant. Babadam sends the ball to his right. Now Attram De Vesser will pick it up. Richmond Apoku Now Apoku will look to locate Jairo Yakubu. Yakubu finds this man just on the defensive corridor of Golden Kick. Now ball rolls back. Here comes Acosta for Attram De Vesser. And we want to move down the right hand side. And it's a throw-in going the way of Golden Kick, who are leading by 2 goals to 0 here. 41 minutes done. 4 more minutes to end the first half. Here comes Christian Akoku. Now Akoku moves it to his left hand side. And there is can he get to it? Alassane Benny. Can Benny get an equalizer? Sensing the ball, but the defense line of Golden Kick are there. Gripman goes it away again. Shot comes in. And out of that for a throw-in for Attram De Vesser.
Nesta, they call him Roland Gripman, the younger brother of Oko Gripman, who is now with Nations FC, and they were both with Good Olympics at a point in time. I think that he has led that defense for Golden Kick so well, and I do not really blame him because he's gathered a lot of experience playing in the Premier side and now with Golden Kick in Division 1. So it's good. But we asked him where the name Gripman came from, and he said that it was his great-grandfather that worked with a German who had the name Gripman, and his grandfather adopted the name, and it has transcended onto him and his brother. Other than that, he could have been Roland Akwe.
And so it's a corner kick going the way of Attram De Vesser. As we get into the finishing line of the first half here at the Tapa TNA Park, it's Golden Kick who are leading by 2 goals to 0, and Attram De Vesser, and this is going to be Mark Kagawa to take it for Attram De Vesser. Kagawa's corner. And he misses everybody, so it's a goal kick coming the way of Golden Kick. It's been such a pretty game so far, and this first half is really live up to the expectation, as Golden Kicks have really shown their quality. They've really shown why they were able to bundle out the likes of Accra Hearts of Oak, the likes of Karela United, and a lot more of them. Now Golden Kicks. Richmond Apoko takes it to his right, finds Edwin Bentu. Here comes Gripman in their own defensive third. Baba Adamu. Adamu will roll it back to his goalkeeper. Kelvin finds Gripman. Here comes Bentu. Back to Gripman. At the far right hand side of defense of Golden Kick. Rolls it through the middle. And so we're going to do 3 minutes of additional time. And here comes Golden Kick sprinted forward. Looking to get an opportunity there. Just on the edge of the 18-yard, but Attram De Vesser does so well to clear their lines. Quickly, will turn defense into attacker. And here comes Attram. And switches play to the left-hand side, but could not hit his target. As Golden Kick will pick it up. Now here comes Paul Yeboah. Now Yeboah finds Abdullah Zakari and keeps it in. Now here comes Bentu. Gripman finds Babadamu. Now Blessing trying to go past 2 men, but he's been beaten to it. Here comes Sylvester Ite. Out from defense. Now finds himself down the left-hand side. Just so well to keep up the momentum. Across the center circle. Now here's Attram De Vesser. Jao Yakubu finds Schwesdan. Can he go past 2 men? He does so well, but ball has been taken away from him. And here comes Godike, who would want to sprint into attack, but crashes into the defense. He's been picked up again by Attram De Vesser, and ball rolls out of that for a throw-in. An attacking throw-in going the way of Attram De Vesser. Quickly taken. Jayo throws it down, 5 straight then. Now here comes Gabriel Matumase. Matumase finds Precious Yao Jima. Now here comes Yao Yakubu. Yakubu was swinging across. And inside the 18-yarder. But Golden Kick managed so well to clear their lines, as there was no trouble for them.
And we are doing 3 minutes of time added on. This is where I'm sure Attram De Vesser will be thinking about how they could change their strategy for the second half. This game is really going to be a speed game in the second half, where Attram could come all out. But you see, at this stage, Abigail, if you want to search forward more in the second half and your opponents guess your weakness as they struggle in the first half, they are likely to concede more. And so it will be 50-50 in the second half. But let's see how Attram bounce back in the second half against Golden Kick.
Here comes Gabriel Matumase. Matumase finds Jao Yakubu trying to go past 2 men, and that will be it for the first 45 minutes here at the Takwa TNA Park. And it is the first semi-final of the MTN FA Cup. Golden Kick, who have shot themselves into the lead, leading by 2 goals to now here at the Takwa TNA Park. And many people thought that since these 2 teams have really come through the lotteries, this was also going to go into the lotteries, but Golden Kings have other ideas, and as we speak, they lead by 2 goals to Nairobi.
Interesting game we've had, 45 minutes with 3 minutes of additional time. I think that Golden Kick have dictated the pace of the game, stepped on the pedal from the blast of the whistle, and until the 48th minute they did not take their foot off, showing us how the game should swing, at what point in time, the point in time that the game should halt, when it should be heated up, when it should produce goals. And they have done that in the 15th and 22nd minute. And I think that it is a good one, a good sign for Golden Kick. For Gordon Attram and his Attram De Vesser, this is the time they will need to really have that talk to see how they will be able to come back from that 2-goal deficit. Remember, they came from a goal down in the quarters to send that game into penalties, but I don't know how that will pan out today. Will there be a second time lucky? Can they win from the spot kick? How do they turn things around? I thought that 10 minutes Mark Kagawa and Razak Shiradzin came in there. There was some changes in their game. They were able to set forward more. They gave them some precision and direction. I don't know how they will continue in the last or the next 45, but for Golden Kick, Phoebe Baka and his boys will just want to cool down and possibly continue from where they left off in the first half. They've been as a good game and quite disappointed with the energies of Attram De Vesser, given how they've played throughout the competition up until this time. But 45 minutes in football is just too much for anything to happen. They could come back and quickly get those 2 goals, and we might get into extra time and get back to the spot kick. You never know. So I'm just hoping that whatever chit-chat both managers will have with their players, they'll come back and we'll have an improved 45. We've enjoyed the game, but it was just one-sided, with Golden Kick dictating the pace from the blast of the whistle.
that. But Attram De Vesser will have a lot of work to do on his guys going into races and going into the dressing room. And you have to really speak to his guys to really come up into this game.
Yes, at this stage, it is two things. This is a knockout competition, and this is the semi-final, not a league. And so they will come in the second half with few attackers. And this is where it's 50-50. Either the attackers that will come in for you in the second half are going to give you the advantage to equalize the two goals, or it will actually pave way for your opponent to come back or score more goals against you. That could be 4-0, 3-0. But it is up to Gordon Attram. He needs to go all out, forget about what his defense will do, get the players to work, and make sure that they come into the second half come blazing. But golden kick leading 2-0 will be very difficult. We've seen them. They are not here for any other thing than business, and they've done that in the first half. They'll be looking to defend more. Either they open up and get more goals, or defend and protect the two goals. But I think it's been a very good first half for both sides. The only difference is that Attram have not taken the chances. Golden Kick have taken every opportunity they have in the first half, and that is why they are currently leading by 2-0.
Speaking of the MTN FA Cup, we know that Accra has to look have won it 12 times and turning out as runners up 9 times. The last time they won it was in 2022. Kumasi Asante Kotoko have also won it 9 times. 4 runner-ups, and the last time they won it was in 2017. Real Republicans have also won it 4 times. Great Olympics also winning it 3 times, and Midema SC also winning it 2 times. And so Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the second most successful team in this campaign, now will be playing tomorrow against Brekum Chelsea. And there will be all to play for, there will be all to look out for in that very game. Meanwhile, though, here it is Golden Kick who haven't really come into the party. And so it is Golden Kick who have led it on all fronts. They have done everything well and showing that they're able to have a grip on this game. And that's how come they lead by 2-0 at this point after the first 45 minutes. Welcome back to the Takwa TNA Park here in Takwa. And we are back for the second half of this game between Golden Cake, who lead by 2-0 after first 45 minutes, and Attram De Vesser, who are also trailing here at the Takwa TNA Park. And so at this point, Attram De Vesser will play from right to left, while Golden Cake will play from left to right. Golden Cake in their own defensive third. Here comes Gripman. Gripman trying to survey the area. Finds his man. Adamba now is unable to locate a man, and so he falls to Attram De Vesser, trying to sprint on the left hand side, scoops the ball forward, trying to locate his colleague, unable to get to him.
This time,
Edward Bentum. It locates Da Costa, but it falls to Hamza Idrisu. Now Idrisu rolls it back to his goalkeeper. Abdul Manaf Ibrahim, and looks like there's been an error there, but could not take advantage of it, as Attram De Vesser will clear their lines, and it's a long ball up front, misses everybody, it rolls down the touch, and it's a throw-in going the way of Golden Cake. Here comes Golden Cake. A beautiful display. He goes on the turf. And the referee whistles for an infringement against Attram De Vesser. And and ladies and gentlemen, there is it! Golden Cake are mining gold here in Takwa. They are out by the third goal, and right on the second minute of the second half, they have scored the third goal. As quick as the minutes rise, they have the third goal in the second half, Abby.
They just continued from where they left off in the first half, and I'm not too surprised by the goal scorer. That is Blessing Ege. He has masterminded the first two in the first half, and of course he has to take a part of that cherry. And so he getting the third for Golden Cake is no surprise at all. I was just about to talk about that defense of Attram De Vesser, as porous as leaking as they were in the first half. They have also come back and have played in the same light, just on different halves. Nothing really has changed. I don't know what the pep talk in there was about, but Golden Cake just seemed to be in the driver's seat, just came back to their seat and have just changed the gear. Now we're on the third gear. Nobody knows what will happen in the remaining 40 minutes and more.
And so here we go again. And it's Golden Cake once again, who are having everything going well for them at this point. 3 goals, they lead. And here comes Emmanuel J for Attram De Vesser. Now finds Precious Yao Jima. Jima will take it to his goalkeeper, Abdul Manaf. Manaf will launch one up front. Passing gets his target. Now falls to Attram De Vesser. Here comes Mark Kagawa. Kagawa sprinting forward. Kagawa once again reclaim possession. Kagawa twisting and turning, goes in for the drive. And he's able to win a corner kick for himself in the process. Attram De Vesser are beginning to reset themselves. And let's see the kind of reset that they're going to have. It's a corner kick at the far left-hand side. Kagawa to take it for Attram De Vesser. Kagawa whips in the corner, but he's been booted out. Now here comes Amuzu. Da Costa rather fails to get to it. He falls to Prince Amekofield. Now back to Golden Cake. He's been booted away. Sylvester gets his head to it. Golden Cake now pick up possession. And here comes Richard Apokum. Apokum gives it to Precious. Precious loses it, and the referee whistles for a foul. Precious was pushed on the back, slips to the turf, and referee whistles for a foul going the way of Attram De Vesser in their own defensive third. And let me remind you that there's been a substitution for Attram De Vesser with Dawood Ishaq out for Abdul Manaf. It's a long ball up front. Gripan gets his head through it. Here comes Sylvester for Attram De Vesser. Brings it back. Finds Precious Jima. Now Jima back to Sylvester. And the return could not get to him. And so he rolls down the touch. It's a throw-in. Quickly taken. Here comes Richard Apokum. Apokum rolls it to his left. Now finds Jayo Yakubu. And Yakubu's pass could not find him.
When the scoreline is 1-1 or 0-0, this time he's been introduced to come and save their team. And that is one of the reasons why he's in there. So the responsibility is huge. Why he's in the post is to avoid conceding more goals. And so I think he's doing that perfectly. This should have been a goal, but he's managed to save that. I give credit to him because Da Costa also actually plays.
He's been picked up by Blessed Ege. Ege, can you go forward? Guess his man. Now here comes golden kick. Can they get to it? And referee waves away.
Da Costa also should have done better.
Yes.
After Bless made that move, he should have just moved into space. I mean, into the right space to receive that ball, because he should have known he was the next target for Ege.
Yes, and Abigail, I'm so surprised that Costa is a very creative player, and we saw that in the 18-yard box. I've always said that in the 18-yard box, you are the best player. You hold the advantage. A little touch, it's a penalty, and so you should be very comfortable, place the ball very well, and I think you should have done better. But good display, Bless Ege and Da Costa Wusu. That is a threat, and this is the second time golden kick are posing that threat to Attram De Vesser, and that is why they need to be very careful. I've seen that their defensive midfielder Richmond Akpokum is very comfortable when surging forward, but in terms of when they are defending, you hardly see him doing that runs for Attram, and that could affect them at a point in time if they fail to defend well against this pacey golden kick side.
Attram De Vesser's laterals are a bit slow.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's a free kick inside the area of Attram De Vesser. Takes it to his left-hand side. Connects with Jalil Yakubu. Yakubu would want to go forward. Gets to his colleague. And all the way to goalkeeper Dawood Ishaq. Ishaq flies a long ball up front. Gripman gets his foot to it. Now he's been beaten to it. Here comes Apokum. Now here is Jalil Yakubu sensing the cross. Could this be the opportunity for Attram De Vesser? And golden kick are able to defend their lives so well as they would want to swim into attack straight away. Turns around beautifully. Now sensing a beautiful ball. Here comes Ege. Can he get to it? He would want to shoot Ege. Hesitate a bit. He's at the 18-yard. And Ege would want to get back. Now locate Bless Ege. Ege can be beaten to it. Yes, it's man. Here comes Attram De Vesser. Golden kick. Can he get to it? One man. And yes, he does. Can he move down the right-hand side? Referee waves away. Here is
Da Costa also should have done better.
Yes, and crosses into the defense.
After Bless made that move, he should have just moved into space. I mean, into the right space to receive that ball, because he should have known he was the next target for
Ege. Finds Abdul.
Yes, Abigail, I'm so surprised that Costa is a very creative player, and we saw that in the 18-yard box. In the 18-yard box, you are the best player. You hold the advantage. A little touch, it's a penalty, and so you should be very comfortable, place the ball very well, and I think you should have done better. But good display, Bless Ege and Da Costa Wusu. That is a threat, and this is the second time golden kick are posing that threat to Attram De Vesser, and that is why they need to be very careful. I've seen that their defensive midfielder Richmond Akpokum is very comfortable when surging forward, but in terms of when they are defending, you hardly see him doing that runs for Attram, and that could affect them at a point in time if they fail to defend well against this pacey golden kick side.
And
Attram De Vesser's laterals are a bit slow.
Yeah,
men
I
of
can see
Golden
that.
Kick, but they've been stopped.
There's a free kick
as they
inside
crash
the-
into the defense. Here comes Gripman. Curtails the attack, but goalkeeper Calvin Kofi comes out to grab it for Golden Kick. And it's a beautiful for played in. Here comes Ege. Can he get to it? Yes, but he's been flagged offside. Ege has been flagged offside. It was a beautiful ball played in. Found Ege, but referee says he was marginally offside. Matumase sends it down. Now here comes Kofi Jr. Jr. lays it down. Finds Richmond Apoku. Apoku down the right hand side. Turns around beautifully. He's still being heckled. Goes past two men. Does so well. Keeps his tenacity. Whips in the crosser. Could this be a consolation? But goalkeeper Calvin Kofi Saba comes out to grab the ball. Now here comes Golden Kick quickly. Would want to turn attack into defense into attack. He's been heckled and ball goes out of touch for a throw-in.
Deep down, I'm sure Abokum would have wished this the first half of the game, because I'm really enjoying him in the second half. He's been freed to play the way he wants to, and it's good to see how he was trying to just engineer that goal in favor of Attram De Vesser.
And so it's a free kick in the middle of the field, quickly taken by Precious. Precious finds Matumase. Now Matumase will go for a long drive, connects with Idrisu. Idrisu looking to go through two men. He's been brought down and referee will whistle for a foul. A few meters away from the 18-yard. And maybe Attram De Vesser would love to get something out of this. But that is down to them. Mubarak Idrisu. I see Idrisu. The delivery is on and misses the pole. Off wide it goes. It was a good free kick taken. Just that in larger precision. And so it's a goal kick. Out for Golden Kick. Quickly taken. Aduma Kofi. Out to Abdullah Zakari. Golden Kick loses possession. It's been picked up by Richmond. Richmond will scoop the ball up front. And that number gets set to it. It's a corner kick going the way of Attram De Vesser, who are beginning to pile on the pressure. We are beginning to inflate the pressure on Golden Kick at this point. It looks like Attram De Vesser are looking to come into the game at this point. Corner kick quickly taken. Kagawa whips in the cross and misses the goalkeeper. Goes across the face of goal. Looks like the goalkeeper was impeded. But the ball whizzing across the face of goal. For a moment we thought he was going in, but just missing the post by inches. Now we have come up to 26 minutes inside this game. It's Golden Kick 3, Attram De Vesser 0. And although Attram De Vesser are looking to up a bit of their game, but we can say the tempo of the game is going to be down. Abby.
For Golden Kick, I think they're just comfortable, like Mo said, and are just stringing passes together and enjoying the game. And Mark Kagawa has been a great substitution for Attram De Vesser in the last 5 minutes until the first half whistle, and even in the second half, he has been a great addition, freeing people like Apokum to be able to go up front and join in that attack. And they have really given Calvin Saba some problems in the last 10-15 minutes trying to turn things around and turn the tables in their favor. But I think that Roland Gribman and his charges in that defensive lineup for Golden Kick have also held their own and made sure they've protected their goalkeeper in every facet of that pressure he's been put under. And so it's good thus far for Attram De Vesser, but the question remains, isn't it too late for them to want to pick up themselves now? I don't know what it means for them in the last 20 minutes or so, but to get 3 goals beyond Golden Kick in that minutes left looked very difficult, but not impossible.
With a long ball into the area of Attram De Vesser, picked up by Mubarak, blasted wide. Adombi gets his head to it. Now here comes Paul Yeboah. And he rolls out of touch for a throw-in going the way of Attram De Vesser. So it's a defensive throw-in for Attram De Vesser. Here comes Emmanuel Ejay. Ejay switches play to the left-hand side, trying to connect with Mubarak. Gets his head to it, but could not go up front. Here comes Da Costa. Gets the ball to Abdul Zakari. Now Zakari from Adomba. Adomba down to Paul Yeboah. Back to Benny. Now Gribman is deep into their own half. Now plays it to the right hand side. Connects well with Adomba Kofi. Now Precious sends it to, and it looks like a player of Attram De Vesser looks to be riding in pain, and so referee will have to attend to him to ascertain what exactly is wrong with him. Looks like he's back on his feet.
You see, Abigail, at a point in time, we were discussing the quarter-final as to if we are going to have a lot of penalty shootout or 90 minutes victory. It looks like the first semi-final will end in 90 minutes, and that is positive because if you look at how Golden Kick have played, they've shown consistency first and second half, and clearly in the second half what Attram is doing is to prevent Golden Kick from scoring a lot of goals, and that is why they brought in a lot of midfielders, and that is why they've partnered a lot of players alongside Apoku because he's been struggling alone in the midfield. But Abigail made a point. In fact, for about 8 changes in your squad, this is a very big blow for you because for Golden Kick they have all their best players going into this game, and like I said, they have equal strength, and so if you have equal strength and majority of your players are not starting, then you give your opponent the advantage, and that is why they are down by 3 goals. They have about 19 minutes to come back, which really is difficult, but until 90 minutes you can't just write them off.
Here comes Richard Apokum for Attram De Vesser. He gets a return. Kofi Jr. will switch his play to the left hand side, trying to connect with Mubarak, but unable to keep it in, and so it's going to be a goal kick for the leaders. Golden Kick. Quickly it's been taken. Babadamu finds Zakari. Ege back to Zakari once again. That's so well, keeps his tenacity, but it's been picked away from Golden Kick. However, they're able to reclaim possession. Here comes Precious Jima. Now Jima will find one up front, but it's been picked up from him. Here comes which one? David Amuzu. Amuzu takes it up to, now beautiful display coming from Attram De Vesser. Zakari. Zakari finds Babadamu. Now Adamu will find Ege. Ege does so well. It's a beautiful display. Here comes a Golden Kick. Could they find a third? And the ball is fouled through. But that's a big one to connect well with Da Costa Owusu. Golden Kick once again going up front, fires in, and a bit away from the target. Attram quickly will get themselves back. Here comes Precious. Precious finds Kofi Jr. Jr. does so well. Now he's able to locate Richard Apoku. Apoku will file a long one up front. He's looking to get to Kagawa. But Kagawa, there's no way he could get to this one. And so it's going to be a throw-in, a defensive one for that matter for Golden Cake.
And clearly, Golden Cake are trying to come out with the delay tactics because currently they would want to go home with a sweet victory, waiting for Brekum Chelsea Kumasa Santi Kotoko in the final. So a big advantage for them for the first time making to the semi-final with Coach Fifi Hansen Parker for the first time making to the final and looking at if they could win the trophy for the first time. And their history backing them. We have 19 winners. They are looking at if they could become the 20th winners of the MTN FA Cup, with Hartlepool being the most successful club with 12, Kotoko 9, and Kotoko are the only side who have won the MTN FA Cup and are part of the semi-final. Brekum Chelsea have never won the trophy before. What they have is the Ghana Premier League trophy, Golden Cake, as well as Attram De Vesser. And something interesting about these two teams, they've never even participated in the Ghana Premier League, and clearly something to talk about. Their coaches have also not won the MTN FA Cup before. So you look at Coach Fifi Hansen Parker and Gordon Attram, they don't have any trophy to show. So an opportunity for Fifi Hansen Parker to defend well and get his side to the final of the competition.
And so Golden Cake have come in with their first substitution, and it was and so there's a scramble for the ball just on the verge of the 18-yard, and the referee appears to have flashed his yellow card.
That's a straight red card. Not the best of news for Golden Cake, because you are going into the final as it stands now. Not the time to flare up and be receiving cards just in your red card at this point in time. You are going to play with 10 men in the last 10 or 15 minutes or so, and it's not good, even not just for this game. You are going into the final, at least that's the stance now. I think that these players will have to calm down. And for the catch them young referees, I feel that they've handled the game well. Referee Amwan Nana Kofi to flash the red card, and it means that it was really a very harsh decision that he had to take. The player in question was throwing tantrums, throwing his hands in and about. I saw him flash the yellow first, then he reached out for the red and showed it. So I don't know what the player said or what those gestures might have meant for him to go for that red card. And it looks like I'm looking at David Amuzu. If indeed it's confirmed it's Amuzu, he is going to really cause Golden Cake in the final. Remember, he's the most experienced of the side.
And so Golden Cake now playing with 10 men, and Attram have the numerical advantage at this point with a free kick just opposite the target. There is Mubarak, sets in, and goalkeeper parries it away. Still alive, the attack, sensing the crosser. Now falls to Hamza Idrisu, trying to bring in the crossbar. He goes off the body of a defender, and so it's a corner kick going the way of Attram De Vesser. And let's see if Attram De Vesser will be able to make use of the numerical advantage. Creeps in the crosser, reinforcing with the back heel, but goalkeeper Calvin Kofi Saba comes out to grab the ball for Golden Cake.
And if you look at Golden Cake, like Abigail Sanas also said, very disappointed because you are leading by 2 goals. If it is 1-0, a 3-0, if it is 1 goal, I would say maybe you're under pressure, and so red card is normal. But at this stage, 3-0, comfortable, dictating pace. What else do you need?
Here comes golden kick with Bless Ege. Can he get it? 4 go for golden kick. Hesitate a bit. Now takes the ball out of the 18-yarder. Locates Richmond. Now golden kick. Here they come. Down the left-hand side. He's been brought on the turf and referee will point to the goal kick spot. Minutes inside this game, it's golden kick will lead by 3 goals to 0 here at the Takwa TNA Park, the first semi-final of the 2 semi-final matches that we're going to witness here at the Takwa TNA Park. Here comes De Vesser for Attram De Vesser, trying to go past 2 men, but gets a throw-in in the process. Here comes Precious. Now is Richmond Apokum. Apokum switches play to his right-hand side. Ege. Now here is Precious. Finds Razak Shirazdan. And that is kind of a cynical tackle there. Precious Yaojima unleashing some bit of a cynical tackle on the player of golden kick, and so the referee will call him out, and he's flat his yellow card to Precious Yaojima. Very fortunate to have survived a red card. Looking at the incident, we were thinking that the red card was going to be flashed to him, but appears to have been very, very lucky.
I think that was rather cynical and quite unnecessary, but if you are a referee, Amwan and Akofi, I'm sure it was that immediate remorse that maybe could have calmed down the referee a bit, because clearly a lot more people were thinking that that should have been a red card. So when the yellow was flashed, you could hear some murmurings and noise from the fans down there, but come on, one of those things, and I'm sure this is the first incident that he's been involved in from the beginning of the game, so you can easily pardon him and then caution him, just so if it should happen again you can show him the red card. But that was very, very, very unnecessary.
Very, very unnecessary from Precious Jima. Precious now will take the free kick for Attram De Vesser. Finds themselves inside the 18-yard. Here comes Srizana, but a timely clearance from Zakari. Quickly taken. Here comes Shiraza. Goes on the turf. Attram De Vesser trying to fight their way through, but unable to get into it, and so referee says it's a goal kick going the way of golden kick. 41 minutes done here at the Takwa TNA Park, and the floodlights are lashing down at this point, and clearly what one can say that golden kick, they can sense it, they can see it, and they know that it's even more closer than it ever.
Less than 10 minutes to play. I'm sure that if you're a player of golden kick or Fifi Parker, you know that you are almost 99.99% in the final, and you have to just get back home, freshen up, come back tomorrow and watch who you get to play later in June. It could be either Bekum, Chelsea or Kumasi and Tikotoko. They have taken this game by storm. They've worked their way out and gotten those 3 beautiful goals, but I think that the minus or the downside of it will be Amuzu's red card, and I'm sure that they will not feel it now, but when they come up against Kotoko or Chelsea in the final, that is why I'm sure they are really going to miss him.
Here comes Kagawa. Konoko through his man and loses the ball, and so golden kick will clear their lines all the way around the center circle. Richmond now sensing a wrong passer. Golden kick will pick it up back to Attram De Vesser. Here comes Razak Shirazdan. Shiraza finds Precious. Precious now down to Kofi Jr. Jr. fouls in a long one, trying to locate Mubarak. Mubarak is able to keep it in, sensing the crosser, and he's been headed out of the danger zone. Now here comes Richmond Apokum. Apokum finds Razak Shirazana, and he's been brought on the turf, and so referee.
There's something unique about Richmond Apokum, doing the business straightforward, not holding on the ball so much, doing the passes, taking off himself from any other tackles and all that. I think that's positive. But another positive thing in this game is that the fourth official is a former retired referee, William Agbovi-San, and so clearly we have another Agbovi in Ghana football.
Here comes Golden Kick straightened forward, but could not just make use of that attack. They were just carrying the attack, thinking that they were going to utilize it, but unable to really make good account of it. 43 minutes, 2 minutes to end the whole proceedings here at the Takwatiene Park, and at this point, Golden Kick, they can inhale the aroma, they can inhale the flavor. They know that they are closer to that dream. Meanwhile, Attram would love to get a consolation, but ball goes out of touch. The dream is beginning to feel palpable, and it's beginning to feel tangible at this point for Golden Kick. Precious, midway in their own area. Finds Apokum. He's at the center circle. Now squares it to his colleague down the right hand side. Apokum gets a return. Hesitates a bit. Would love to switch play. Brings it to Sylvester. Sylvester whips in the crosser, but Gripman will blast it wide. He falls to Tristan and fires in. Off the post he goes for a goal kick for Golden Kick. It's a long pitch out front. Here comes Ege. Turns round, looking for supporter. Gets the support. Here comes Acosta. Golden Kick moving forward. Could this be the fourth? Golden Kick. Can they have it? Oh! Scoops the ball forward and he's been headed out. Shot comes in and he goes wide.
You see, this is the second time I'm seeing such chances missing by Golden Kick. But you see, my point is that if it was 0-0, this is something that the coach will not accept.
Yeah. But in any case, it shouldn't be a part of your play or a way of you wasting chances after you get a comfortable lead or you have goals in there. Everywhere a league season or a league format where at a point in time goals will count, you might be found wanting at a point in time. But you should be in a competitive mood at every time. If you get an opportunity and you can score as many as 10, 20, do take it. I don't know what Acosta was thinking, but from where he stood and wanted to and he made that cross, he could have fired the home and then gotten the fourth for Golden Kick. Well, they are being complacent, but can you blame them? Attram De Vesser has not given any form of competition from the beginning up until this time, and so they are very comfortable, like you were saying. But I think that they should keep that competitive nature to the end of the game.
And then because of the good work, that was a big drive from Kakawa. Goalkeeper had a little to do about it. He went off the post, and Attram De Vesser nearly got the consolation. Now though, Fifi Parker Hansen stably on his feet, and there is it. Attram De Vesser with the consolation. Precious Yaudima fetching a consolation for Attram De Vesser.
So after almost taking one for the team and getting red carded, he gets to be the man that saves the face of Attram De Vesser. The goal in, but quite too late, and maybe not too useful at this point in time. But like you said, they will save their face. They'll be able to have something to talk about. But I think if this were in the first time when they are just considered one, maybe you would have thrown in some different level of energy. But at this point in time, it is just to console them and also have a talking point, but not for any glory going forward.
Nevertheless, Golden Cake are beginning to behave like Oliver Tracy. They would want more. But here comes Attram De Vesser once again. Apoko inside the center circle. Now passing down the right hand side. Then they come inside the center circle. Inside the 30 yard. And fires in! And Attram De Vesser, at the last bit of the game, are beginning to come into it. They're beginning to have a clearer picture at this point.
I just remembered Golden Kick are playing with 10 men. It didn't look so in the last 15 minutes after David Amuzu was shown the red card. But these are some of the moments and the chances that will make Fifi Parker think twice and ask himself why Da Costa will miss certain chances like he's done twice already. With the fire that Attram De Vesser are coming with, if there are more minutes in this game, it will be very, very dangerous. But unfortunately, we're almost done with the 90 minutes. And I think that the defense...
The Golden Kick and their defense. And clearly, the red card is having an impact because Apokuma shot twice before Kadao. A lot of pressure on them.
And so it's beginning to look quite fascinating for Attram De Vesser as they appear to be piling on the pressure on Golden Kick at this point. Now here comes Wichita Apoko. Fouls it to Sylvester. Midway into the area of Golden Kick. Now here comes Tristan. Goes past one man. Fires in. He goes off the body. He goes off the body of Abdullah Zakari. And it's a corner kick. And the momentum is beginning to build up. And so we're going to do 4 minutes of stoppage time. And it will mean a lot for Attram De Vesser. But and here comes in goalkeeper Calvin Kofi Saba. Comes out to grab the ball for Golden Kick. 4 minutes will be a big deal for Attram De Vesser. But it will also not be too so much for Golden Kick as well.
4 minutes to see what they can make of it. For Golden Kick is for them to defend very well, but the last 5 minutes has been hell for Kelvin Saba and then his defense led by Roland Gripman. They have been under some intense fire, but of course they've been able to ward that off, and Attram De Vesser are back to that hole where they've not been able to get out of themselves and then play as beautifully as we have enjoyed them in this run, in this year's FA Cup up to the semi-finals that they are now. 4 minutes, I've always said that it's always a lot of time in football. 2 quick goals can be scored and this game will come to parity. So let's just see how Gordon Attram will make use of it, and then how Golden Kick will be able to keep down the pace and bring down that pressure that is being mounted on themselves for it to end this way, hopefully in their favor.
And so 2 substitutions going the way of Golden Kick. Blesseger is out. Sadiq Bawa is in.
I think I see Bialdin as well.
There is Ishmael Eshon as well.
Yeah.
He's been introduced. Here comes Attram De Vesser filing into the territory of Golden Kick. Now Shiraz has been stopped. A long ball up front. Here comes Golden Kick, trying to get into it. But he's unable to make it. And so the anticipation is beginning to reverberate across the stadium and even in the bench of Golden Kick as they get closer to that dream, they get closer to that ambition at this point. We've done 2 minutes of that stoppage time, and Golden Kick now would want to look for more. Whips in a long crosser, and Manaf is able to salvage that situation for Attram De Vesser, quickly swinging into attack. There they go. And here is Fraser Mekofi. Mekofi finds Shiraz, but he's been flagged offside. The offside flag is gone in favor of golden kick. And more, from Accra to Takwa is a 6-hour journey, 6-hour distance. But at this point, it's only 90 minutes for golden kick to really realize their dream.
Yes, they have a minute to realize their dream. In fact, making it to the final is not a joke. Making it to the final to play this competition means you are a good side. It is Obia and Obia, but it is only the best teams that gets the advantage to play in the final. And for me, Golden Kick have shown consistency, beating the likes of Hearts of Folk in this competition, and then making it here, beating your Zone 3 side, Attram De Vesser means a lot to them. And I think if you have someone...
Kofi Saba. And ladies and gentlemen, and that is it. Referee Nana Kofi Amwa blows his whistle for the end of the game, as Golden Kicks have kicked themselves into the final of the MTN FA Cup. Now they are 90 minutes away from realizing that dream that Nani FC got themselves into in 2011. Golden Kicks. They have cemented a lot of
good game we have had. You see both managers congratulating each other, I should say. Golden Kick just knew what they wanted from the blast of the whistle. They took the horn, the bull by the horn, and here they are with 1 foot in the final, and hoping they'll be able to be the third Division 1 side that would hold the MTN FA Cup, and then maybe find their way into Africa. That we'll talk about later. But I think that we've had a good game. We've seen a total dominant Golden Kick side. Attram De Vesser prior to this game had complained that 6 of their starters.
Look at that. Golden Kick are now going on a 10-year tour.
Yeah,
I just didn't get controversial.
Oh, this is the adopted side. You mentioned they visited 2 secondary schools here, and that was the school they did visit. I think Fiase Senior High School or so. And so it's just nice to go back to them and say, thank you, you accepted us into your school, you have shown up in your numbers, you have cheered us, and we have the victory. I don't think it should be controversial. They've done the job on the pitch. It's only nice that they say thank you to the people that came to visit them. I thought we were going to have a very rigorous game, but unfortunately, Golden Kick burst into the scene and just took over the whole game. The entire 94 minutes, from where I am sitting, I would quickly score it a 70-30 affair. There were moments of brilliance from Mapukum and Makagawa. I thought that he was one of the brightest spots in that Attram De Vesser side as well, when he was introduced somewhere in the latter part of the first half, but it was a little too late. And the time Attram De Vesser sought to get goals or maybe get back into the game was just too late after those 3 goals were scored. Kudos to Golden Kick, but the minus I keep saying is that David Amuzu's red card. It was going to really haunt them in the final. So they have to just go back to their hotel, freshen up, come back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. and watch on keenly whether they are going to face 2 times winner coach in Samuel Bwedu with Bekum Chelsea, or Abdul Karim Zito seeking a second trophy with Kumasi and Sandy Kodogo. Tomorrow they get to see who the opponent is, and they get to think about June 2025. So it's been a good game, good first half game, and the best side has just won the day. 3-1 in favor of Golden Kick. They do deserve it if you ask me from where I sit.
An occasion to celebrate, an occasion to enjoy themselves, and no one can stop the way they taste the feeling. No one can bring it down at this point, and they have every right to savor the moment and the time. Golden Kick now find themselves at the final of the MTN FA Cup, and tomorrow it's going to be between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Bekum Chelsea. And so, well, it's left to be seen with Golden Kick at this minute. It's been great coming your way. It's been a historic day. And we've got to bring this to an end here at the Takwa TNA Park and look at the of Golden Kick on. absolute joy. Joy unrefined in the camp of Golden Cake. And you've got to give a lot of plaudits. You've got to give really much plaudit to Fifi Parker Hansen for really masterminding this. And he appears to be charting the course. He appears to be taking Golden Cake to a very golden place. And I'm sure Attram De Vesser and basically Attram will be very disappointed in himself, and I'm sure he wanted to be in the final, but as it is, there's no way he can get there.
He wanted to be there, and it could have been just one of the two, and he didn't take advantage of the play today. His side were just porous, not dominant as we have known them. Failed tactics, one of those days. Bad days at the office for Gordon Attram. Unfortunately, on the day, the tactics of Fifi Hansen Parker just was worked superior than his. And so he's a man of the game. He understands the game, and he knows that this is just one of those days that did not go well. Nothing to complain about when it comes to his competency. This does not undermine Gordon Attram's competency at all. But of course, he just didn't have his day, and it's one of those brightest days for Golden Cake, and they have just carried the day. So they'll just have to go back, regroup, and see if they would be able to fight again in the 2025-2026 season of the MTN FA Cup, or maybe look to qualify into the Premier League. That is another thing for them to look to. And so it's just a bad day on the office. Gordon Attram's side have never really been a bad side to play in the MTN FA Cup. So they'll just take it as one of those games and look on.
And so what it means is that Golden Cakes have actualized themselves in the likes of Nanya FC and Okowe United, isn't it?
More in the fold of Nanya, Okowe United than Nanya. Nanya won it, so until they win it, they can't compare themselves to Nanya. But they can compare themselves to Okowe United who were in the final. So as of today, they can rub shoulders with Okoye United. If they're able to win, then they get into the class of Nani Asiab and Abedi Pele. They did some wonders in 2011, maybe 2025. Will the Division 1 side take over again? Will the Premier League side come in and show that dominance and show that superiority? Only time will tell. So tomorrow we'll be here bringing you live commentary. We'll get to see if Kotoko or Brekum Chelsea will be able to stop that Golden Cake dream, or Golden Cake will continue and make history like Nanya FC in 2011.
And so Golden Cake at this point beckoning for history as they make themselves into the final. And most definitely, we're looking forward to that semi-final game between Brekum Chelsea and Kumasi Asante Kotoko tomorrow. We'll be here to bring you live commentary. But until that, with a close of play scores, it was Golden Cake 3, Attram De Vesser 1. Thank you so much. My name is Nana Opreku Bimpe, alongside Abigail Sanasesu and Mo Shaban. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye from here.